We were a hit last week, Connor. Don't look at the ratings, but we were a hit.
I literally messaged you on Monday saying Tuesday being like, these views would be the death of me.
No, Connor.
Robots of death.
No, but it's not the quality, it's the quantity. People loved us. They were saying, Connor, your rage, your little mental breakdown about the robots of death.
Yeah.
Bliss.
I was really worried about that.
They said that's content. That's fucking content.
I came back from filming last Thursday, and I was like, I think I went too goblin. Like, I really did. Have
I gone too far?
I was like, I've gone too far. I genuinely thought that, and I was like, oh, people are going to hate me.
Nah, you're fine, mate.
And then...
you're fine. You're a little goblin, but you're fine.
Me. They love me. And I was like, I no longer apologise for going goblin mode.
Is that Spider-Man? They love me.
They love me.
They love me.
That's why every week now I want to announce I will be going goblin mode.
Yes.
And
the return of the goblin.
Yeah, he's back. He never left.
Boom, boom, boom,
Here
boom.
he is. The goblin. That's my middle name, Connor Goblin Hannum.
It's your birthday soon, Connor Goblin Hannum.
Yeah, Aiden's coming to my birthday party on Saturday. Thank God Aiden actually sees me. He doesn't ever see me. He sees me once a year.
I see you
birthday.
once a week when we record this podcast. Thank you very much.
That's work, though, man. That's work.
This is work to you? This feels like work?
No.
I'm here having fun. I'm just here having a laugh with my mate, and you're here like...
The clips feel like work a lot of the time, because I come home from my actual job, and I'm like, I can't be fucked, but I got to do it.
What do you think I do every Sunday morning? Editing this bloody podcast.
Sunday morning, red is falling. Yeah, I'm keen for Saturday though. It should be fun. I'm a bit nervous. I'm actually a bit more nervous than I'm letting on. But
will you have a Guinness? Why are you nervous for your own birthday? Forget the Guinness chat.
Because it's so many different people from so many different walks of my life.
What am I? I'm a butterfly. I'm a social butterfly.
Are you? Because like a week ago you said that like you're terrible at introducing people, and you said something else like when you were when my sister and my cousin made a cameo in your film. You're like, oh, I'm just really bad at introducing people. I'm not good with crowds. So I'm glad that...
No. Well, look, here's the thing. If I have some drinks, I will be fine.
I'm glad you're having some drinks.
If I wasn't having drinks, I would be fine if someone was introduced to me. I'm terrible. Like, networking events, holy fuck. I'm not going to talk to this, like, 40-year-old man and be like,
come over to me.
Hey, I like your Australian movie that I've not seen, or neither has the rest of the world. But well done. I'm not gonna say that shit.
Well, you were very good last year. You were very sociable.
These wings, mate. The social butterfly.
I was actually really surprised how chill you were last year.
Fuck me. Am I Mr. Not Chill or something?
No, it surprised me in a good way. Like, yeah, I'm a bit nervous because it is just like a mix of a lot of people.
He's nervous because I'm there. That's what this is.
No,
I'm a bit nervous that Aiden's coming. He might say something inappropriate again.
Oh, speaking inappropriate in goblin mode.
Right.
I have a birthday speech that I've written.
Oh, fuck.
And I've literally said to my parents, like, please don't, stop me.
I'm so scared of this.
No. That's the thing. Like, it's really not that bad. But, I know, my parents have very, they have a good filter. And my jokes are a bit goblin.
Are you naming and shaming?
Maybe.
Oh my god!
But it's
I love that you do
deserved.
I love that
it's
you do.
Deserved.
I love that you do a birthday speech every year. By the way.
Yeah, it's like my thing. I've been doing it since I was 18. I do a birthday speech.
I think at my 21st, I went, "Cheers, Dad," and that was my thing.
I love performing. I love it.
You love a crowd,
and
mate.
I love the crowd. And that's why I wrote this here. It's more of a thank you to everyone. It's not been an easy year, folks, for the old Sea Dog. It's more of a thank you to everyone being so kind and patient with me this year when I've not been very easy to be around.
Mate, you should be apologising to the robots of death. That's all I got to say.
Well, that's what I was going to say, with the odd joke.
Spluttered.
So the odd joke about robots of death, the odd joke about maybe someone who betrayed me this year.
Speaking of jokes, where can people find us on this podcast,
Well, it depends where you want to go. If you want to go on TikTok, that is at 50 Doctor Who. Instagram, which is run by me, is at 50 Doctor. Twitter, that's run by Aiden, is 50 Doctor. This is the official Doctor Who podcast YouTube channel. You can subscribe because we're very close to 1,000 subscribers.
We're actually so close. So close. I can smell it. I can smell victory.
I was like, oh, maybe before the 60th, but I don't think so. Maybe
Depends.
by some miracle.
It's building, mate. You can see them views coming up again. Things are flowing. I can smell it. I can smell the beautiful.
I just smell the money.
That's what I'm talking about.
The 20 cents.
I can smell them destroyed trees. You know, that deforestation. I can smell it. My credit card going, here's your $1 AdSense every 6 months, Aiden. Here you go. Here you go. Whoop, 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 whoop.
50
Anyways,
cents more like.
So, yes, make sure you subscribe. And make sure you give us a little 5-star review over on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Over on Apple Podcasts, tell me like a funny hot take about Doctor Who. Something funny that I'll laugh at. Maybe I'll read it on the show.
From William Stevenage.
I love reading like funny reviews. Write us a funny review on Apple Podcasts. They really do make my day. That's so funny.
Do you know who William Stevenage is?
No.
Me. It was me. I'm William Stevenage.
So I'm laughing at this tweet.
Yeah, that was me.
I'm laughing.
That was me. I wrote that. That's my secret name.
That's your John Smith.
Yeah, because my middle name's William, and I was born in a place called Stevenage in the UK.
I was literally like, man, this listener really got the vibe, understood the assignment, is really funny.
The other one you shared, that wasn't me.
Yeah, but still.
No, I saw you post one going like, totally not Aiden. And you wrote a review and gave it 5 stars.
Yeah, but I did end my review by saying this totally wasn't Aiden.
Yeah,
whereas
that's what I said, yeah. I said, you did that. But yeah, I didn't. I came up with my fake name, which is William Stevenage. Which is the character of the character I'm going to play in the TV show that I'm writing. Fun fact.
50%.
We will circle back to this TV show at another time.
I love how you said don't talk through the sting, and I was like,
and then you did.
Yeah.
And you fucked it up. You fucked it all up, Connor.
News.
Terrible. Well, on today's show. We usually do this before the theme song, actually, but on today's show, Doctor Who, the back catalogue has found a new home. We got some secret 60th anniversary specials on the card, do you say?
Shh, it's a secret.
We've had the episode count revealed of series 15.
Uh-huh.
And then we're going to get into our review of the 5 Doctors, the 20th anniversary special.
40 years old this year.
The 40th anniversary of the 20th anniversary.
Yeah, it's kind of weird when you think about that, hey?
Yeah, it's a bit of math, isn't it? Bit of math.
It's 3 times older than it was.
Not happy about it. Bit of math, though. Not happy about it.
Yeah, I'm not good. I failed year 12 maths.
Yeah, I've fucked. My brain has just, like, exploded. Okay, Connor, so Doctor Who back catalogue. It's found a home, all of it, except K9 and Company, I believe,
yeah,
on BBC iPlayer.
Well, that's not canon, is it?
It is.
Is it?
Yeah, I've got it on Blu-ray.
Okay, well that's a shame that everything's on there but K9 and Company, including Confidential.
Think about that. That also doesn't have K9, the Australian TV series, on there.
Okay, that definitely isn't canon.
No. I know the director, and he tells me it's all canon.
It's probably like the Daleks, where like they did the Dalek films, but they're not canon. It's like, but they own the Daleks. Terry Nation, that fucking fake ass Doctor Who fan. Terry Nation. Is Terry Nation dead?
Yes,
dead now, of course. But yeah, it's really cool that it's going to BBC iPlayer. You know, I've heard it all this week. Get a VPN, you idiot. Stop complaining about it not being in Australia. No, I will complain about it. I
will, happily.
Because I'm Goblin O'Connor.
Or you just are like, I'm a person that does not want to have to pay for a VPN. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying for my Disney Plus already. Get it over here on Disney Plus. Russell, I will say, thank you, Lord Saver, for everything that he does and everything. And thank you for getting it on BBC iPlayer. That stuff's amazing. And I think would have taken a huge effort. And he has said that. Like, it really was not easy. Next step is to get it onto Disney. Do you feel like maybe because they've just said, these things on BBC iPlayer, haven't said anything about Disney, and then the same thing was for Doctor Who Unleashed. They said it's on BBC iPlayer, did not say anything about it being on Disney. Do you think we've got maybe like 2 weeks out of the 60th, we'll have a big announcement that is like from Disney Plus rather than from the BBC? And it's like, here we are, the home of the Whoniverse. And that's when it's like the entire back catalogue is there, and it'll advertise all this new stuff, maybe tie in a spin-off announcement with it or something like that. Do you think that that's a possibility come November?
Yeah, but I think so. But what I was going to ask you is like, has it been confirmed, or have we just been speculating that we're going to get it on Disney Plus this year? Like
speculating, total speculation.
Right. So what if we just get the 60th specials for a while, and then they eventually add the back catalogue?
that might be how it works.
Oh my god.
I
can't believe it.
just put it all up. Just put it all up, mate.
Okay, that's really flattened my soda pop.
I hope it's all up there.
Huh?
I hope it's all up there.
Yeah, I agree. Because, like, look, I'm going to be completely real with you. If it's not on there by... I don't know how much Classic Who we'll be watching after the 60th. But, yeah, I need to get away from Daily Motion. It's just... The same place you can watch Doctor Who, you can also watch adult movies. So it's a bit of a weird place if you get...
I know what I'd be doing.
Yeah,
watching Doctor Who.
I can't. Yeah. I just hope it's on there. Like I need it soon, and I know I'm very excited to see how they handle all the banners and stuff, and like the categories and stuff. And
it won't happen. Cool. But if we do get that sweet Doctor Who icon, like in line with the Marvel and the Star Wars, I will not. I don't think it'll be on there, but they'll definitely have an icon like a bit further down. It'll probably be the... Give it to me, baby.
The big picture that they have with all the other doctors on it, and probably like something like that.
Yeah,
just the logo, or...
And I think like on the 60th day, we'll have that main banner. I reckon that will be like, here's the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who, new episodes now streaming. I reckon we'll get the day one banner on that, which will be cool.
Didn't when something like Mandalorian episode 1 of season 1 aired, didn't it air the day that Disney Plus came out, and then they had the entire back catalogue of Star Wars content?
I believe so.
So they could be using something like that with
that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like the Disney Plus launch is going to be something separate to the iPlayer launch. That's why I think maybe they're saving all this announcement stuff till then. Or maybe there's still a few I's to dot, which I'll be a little bit annoyed about because we have been sat in this state for over a year now of like knowing we're getting Disney Plus Doctor Who and things like that. So surely, I don't know. I'm no contract lawyer. That's for my friend to handle. But it's a little...
You didn't read the fine print.
Did not read the fine print. But surely, like... that. My only thought is that perhaps Stan still has the rights to a lot of Doctor Who for a little bit longer. And so maybe they have to wait on Stan, who is an Australian streaming service that has Doctor Who. Maybe they have to wait for that to run out before they can start pumping stuff on. Because they might even have... Stan might still have the rights to Classic Who, but they might have just took it off because no one was watching it, maybe. And they're monitoring how much... their servers can handle.
That kind
of
checks out.
Yeah.
Maybe do you think they're maybe waiting for because it's nearly been a year since Power?
Yeah.
I think we're 2 weeks away from a year since Power.
Yeah.
That will probably go on to Stan.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that maybe they had that
contract
that they have to get that episode and then maybe
I don't know how long that would then last for. Does it have to be on there for a year before it go? I don't know, man.
This even like bigger shit. I know this is kind of lame that I noticed this, but I don't know if this is true anymore, but the only Marvel movie that wasn't on Disney Plus was Homecoming. And it was on Stan. And I think they just had some deal and they were like, nah, we're not going to give it to you. So the only movie that wasn't on Disney Plus was the first.
It's crazy.
Movie. So this stuff does happen.
It does.
And streaming services can get cranky with each other and they're like,
give it to me.
Like, give it to me now.
Give it to me, baby.
Yeah, so...
I think it will all end up on Disney eventually. I just think it's not as easy as we all hope. You know, like, I think there will be this transitional period.
I can't have it.
Yeah,
I just want it, man.
Well, they've never said we'll have it. That's the thing. They've never said that. They've always said, going forward...
Well, what did they think we were going to get? Like, what do they think we were going to think?
I don't know, man.
You
Ask
can't
Russell.
leave these goblins...
You're such a little
like
fucking...
myself,
such a little
and
bloody...
not expect me to speculate.
Speaking of goblins, Russell T Davies, who I love, and is not a goblin. That was just a bit of a segue. All right, new Doctor Who magazine has come out, and Russell T Davies has said some hot goss, as he always does.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a bit of a dry week, he just goes and does a little write-up in Doctor Who magazine and adds a few bits of information. Okay, Russell has told us that they were a little bit worried that they hadn't quite done enough in the 60th the 60th specials to celebrate 60 years of Doctor Who. So that's the first thing, right? That then tells me that perhaps these are very much the David specials. You know, maybe there is no... Maybe we got...
Don't do this to me.
Maybe we got a Susan in Yonder. Maybe we got... Well, we do have a bit of Mel in the giggle. I reckon there is like little bits like that, but I reckon there's no classic Doctor cameos. I don't think we've got any of that coming up, mate. So what he did do, right, and this is confirmed what I'm about to say, and then we'll go on to speculation, is he recruited 3 writers and he put them to work, right? What then followed was a 6-day studio recording session back in Cardiff in the home base, all in studio. No one knows what they filmed, nor what was written, who wrote them. What he did say was that we will be getting new things. There'll be things to look out for on November 1st, November 17th, and November 23rd. But neither of those days will have a special air on those days. Now onto a bit of speculation, okay? Minisodes. Minisodes were a big thing in RTD's era, even bigger in the Moffat era. That's something he did great with Smith. So many minisodes, DVD exclusive minisodes, awesome. Do you think there's a chance that to kick off November, we get a minisode on November 1st, and then November 17th, coincidentally, Children in Need, get a minisode in Children in Need, and then on November 23rd, we get the final minisode because there's no actual episode of Doctor Who airing on that day? And will these include past Doctors? Is it going to be like some ongoing story with the past Doctors? So much to think about here. Connor, are we getting minisodes? Yes or no?
Lots to unpack there.
I've asked you so many questions just then.
I would say that it's definitely the best bet that we'll probably be getting minisodes, which is very exciting.
And I hope so.
And I think you messaged me today about this. I think it's a good shout to say Stephen Moffat, Mark Gatiss, and Chris Chibnall could all write one.
I love that. Yeah,
I think that's a really good idea. I really love that.
Here's what I would love even more. Okay, so obviously Gatiss, great, didn't have an error though, right? So he's not got like his doctors to write for. Let me throw this at you. Perhaps Moffat writes a Matt Smith episode. Maybe Chibnall writes a Jodie episode. Perhaps someone like a certain Andrew Cartmel, script editor in the McCoy era, could write a Sylvester McCoy episode.
Ooh.
Like maybe like a classic writer could come back and they have like a writer per Doctor. But then also, is it kind of shitty? I mean, I'll love whatever we get, but will it also be a little bit meh if we got like a select 3 Doctors rather than having them all involved in perhaps a long narrative?
I want Terrence Dicks to write it.
Dead now, of course.
Is he?
I think he is.
No, my boy Dicks.
My boy Big Dicks.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Another thing. God, I'm so bad with dates and all that shit. But like, I'm assuming then because the 23rd is taken and the 1st and the 17th, we're assuming then it will be the second week of October. Sorry, second week of November.
Yep.
Third week of November and fourth week of November on the Saturday.
I think this pretty much confirms weekly episodes because the only reason we were saying perhaps daily episodes was that we thought perhaps they could go November 21st, 22nd, 23rd. Russell has said that there is no episode coming out on the 23rd.
Said no.
None of that.
Idiots.
Thanks. Why would I put Doctor Who on a Thursday night, you fucking morons?
Yeah, that I agree though. I think that's sick. And to even give us something though, to give us some little treats on those days. Even on the 1st, I think that's so awesome. It's like, it is the 60th month, baby.
Like, this is the month. This is what's happening.
Yeah.
Here is 3 minutes of Sylvester McCoy running around in circles. Like,
okay, I mean, I'm definitely getting more excited, and it's insane that it's next month.
But here's the thing.
At some point.
Okay, he said key dates to look out for, which was these November 1st, 17th, 23rd. He did not outright say that there is things like, airing on these dates. Do you think perhaps there's a possibility that November 1st and 23rd are different things, and that on November 17th perhaps we're going to get like a 3-part minisode spaced throughout Children in Need? You know how back in I want to say 2011 for Children in Need that year they did Space and they did Time, and that was a 2-part minisode that came out a few hours apart in Children in Need. Do you remember that?
I do remember that, yeah.
So maybe there's like a 3-part minisode or something like that that's going to be spread out throughout Children in Need. Do you think that's a possibility?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, sure. What are we going to get on the 1st then? Like, but check out these pencil drawings of the first Doctor. Like something.
No, but that's like first could be when Disney Plus is like, okay, we're getting all of Doctor Who on November 23rd. It's all going to drop on.
And that's when we'll hear the UK go, oh, we waited for this. It's just for the rest of the world. Well, guess what, guys? You get it better than any of us. So
here's the bloody thing. I was thinking this today because we're piss takers, right? That's what we do on this podcast.
I'm 100% serious.
I'm just sat here talking shit about Doctor Who leaks. I even retweeted a Doctor Who leaks thing today and was like,
your mates.
Follow, listen to me.
Retweet your own tweet.
No, I retweeted them.
Yeah.
What?
Why would you retweet your own tweet?
I didn't retweet. Oh, because I'm the mastermind at Doctor Who Leaks. I'm like,
you're Doctor Who Leaks.
Give me attention.
I got him.
Ncuti Gatwa is actually the 18th Doctor.
Ooh.
Anyways, nonsense.
That's good to know.
Nonsense. But I was thinking, Australians, I feel like we're piss takers. UK, have a fucking whinge, mate. Have a whinge. Tell us how rude we are. I bet someone's gonna sneak into my DMs being like, I'm a Brit and I don't have a whinge. I bet they're gonna have a whinge at me by saying they like to have a whinge.
Oh, sorry for being rude.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Being rude.
I'm sorry you have the whole back catalogue of Doctor Who.
Yeah, lucky. They don't know how good they have it. It's just the weather that I think they have like seasonal depression 24/7. I think it's true.
Is that seasonal?
My auntie is like always like miserable, man.
It's annual depression 24/7.
Just being completely honest with you. And I love my auntie, but she's always like,
I agree.
Shit. And I'm like, yeah.
As a Brit with many a Brit family, I'm just sat here like, do you go outside? And they're like, no, we'll just sit inside and we'll just have. Oh no.
Yeah, there's definitely.
I love that my house has mold on the outside walls. Not mold, moss. Moss is what I mean.
Big thing in the UK. It's like the
moss
mold.
everywhere. Moss everywhere, mate. You're slipping around. You're trying to walk on pavement. It's like, oh, there's moss. Moss Isley.
Elizabeth Moss.
Moss.
You're going to have to find a place
Zambique.
of more wretched scummery and something, you know?
Is that Moss Isley?
Yeah, you'll never find a place more wretched.
Are you a nerd? Are you just quoting Star Wars? Nah, bro. Doctor Who's cool. Star Wars, that's nerd shit. That is nerd shit. All right, so yeah, hopefully we're going to get some minisodes. Hopefully we're going to get some minisodes. That's very cool. Also, one last little tidbit from Doctor Who magazine. Russell hit me up again, and he said, hey, we're going to have 8 episodes in season 15, series 15, as well as one Christmas special.
I'm annoyed about that.
Why are you annoyed?
He literally said that there'll be more in the other season.
No.
He did.
He said, I know it's not a lot, but it takes a while to get the ship afloat or something. I think that's him saying spin-offs. You don't need more than 8 episodes in Doctor Who a season, mate. What are you going to do with 13 episodes of Doctor Who in 2024?
Just be happy, man. I don't know.
I'd be bored. I'd get 7 episodes in and I'd lose it. I'd be like, oh.
My worry is
the Doctor's not going to die here, to quote Connor. Doctor's not going to die.
Was I wrong? Jeez, what's with this hostility?
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm trying to tell you why. I'm just saying, like, I think it doesn't give room for episodes like Blink and Midnight. And,
Come on,
it doesn't.
Come on.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
We can all have a Blink and a Midnight, mate.
Nah, it's not, because it was a filler episode.
Yeah, episodes 5 and 6, filler, done. Easily, mate.
I don't know, I'm a bit worried.
Don't be worried.
Too late, already am.
This is Russell, the king of television.
I agree, he's the king
Russell
of
Television
Dude, he literally
Davies.
liked my comment on Instagram today twice. 2 comments. He loves me, okay? I think I know a bit more about Russell than you do. So what I'm trying to say is that...
Actually, I'm 440 pages into the writer's tale, so I think I know more about Russell than you do.
Okay.
I'm saying that with a level of gravitas.
Aiden touches his glasses.
I'm like sophisticated.
Take a sip of your drink.
Big book. I read. Gives me big muscles because so heavy.
Yeah. By the way, if anyone plays the 50% drinking game, let us know how you go. Because I keep touching stuff and Aiden keeps touching his glasses and checking the timer on the watch. And
That's not all I'm touching, baby.
Oh.
Alright, Connor, well, I'm happy with the 8 episodes. I think that sounds good. As long as it's annually, that's all I really give a freaking heck about.
Yeah, that's true. And it probably will be, so let's be real.
Let's move on. Let's shimmy on down to our review.
I know a bargain when I see one. I got 24 of these for $24.
Byron Bay Brewery. They're okay. I had one in a pint once and I didn't really like it.
Yeah, I bet it tastes like shit, but I know a bargain when I see one.
Alright, let's move on to the review. But just to confuse everyone, I'm going to play the news sting instead because we forgot to play the news sting before we did the news.
Even you did.
Here's the news. Well, no. And that was the news.
David Tennant and Catherine Tate are to return to Doctor Who.
The actor Ncuti Gatwa has been announced.
And I hope the planet turns round and shits on you.
I wonder what the actor Ncuti Gatwa has been announced as.
I hate how much that pisses you off. What do you think?
That?
What do you think he's been announced as? It's just the back end music.
I didn't know that.
It's just it's the news back end music.
I don't know. Maybe the sex ed movie.
That was a shit finale.
Awful.
Terrible.
Awful.
Hated it.
Well, they did say, and I think it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out, that they only found out like pretty far into like finishing the scripts that it was the last season. I think it's so obvious, like, because you could tell.
Yeah, there is a lot of stuff I loved about it, but
Definitely.
And I even like the way certain, I'm not going to spoil anything, but way certain main characters' plot lines ended off. But I felt like, yeah, there's definitely just some stuff that was so rushed. And I've got to say as well, I think the filmmaking got really shonky in there.
Yeah,
I thought there was
some as good as
there was some like Steadicam shots that looked like a little too loose, like weren't polished, like just things like that. Just grind my gears,
It literally
mate.
ended in a dance party.
I hated how little I felt watching the ending. I hated how little I felt watching the ending.
Yeah.
Like it ended in episode 6 for me. That's where I felt emotions. It was sex ed that I love and felt happy about. And then 7 was like, oh dear. And then 8 had some redeeming qualities, but a lot of it I was like, oh dear.
Eric, I need to be a better priest. I no longer hate gay people.
Dance party, dance party, dance party, dance party.
Literally, I'm like, what the fuck? Where did this come from?
Problem solved, problem solved. All right, speaking of dance parties, let's get on to the 5 Doctors. On to the review, guys. The 5 Doctors, long time coming. That's our Peter Davison story of the week. It is the special feature-length episode of the British science fiction television series Doctor Who. Produced in celebration of the programme's 20th anniversary. It had...
Come on, speed up a bit.
It had its world premiere in the United States.
What?
Whoa.
In 1983.
On 23rd November 1983, the anniversary date. It was transmitted in the UK 2 days later. Can you imagine that now? If the 60th aired 2 days early in America?
We're the real Doctor Who fans.
We've always liked Doctor Who.
We love Matt Smith and his feds.
They've actually filmed Doctor Who in our country.
They filmed it in Utah.
They went to Utah. They went to Manhattan.
You know what else they did when they went to film in a town called Merseyside in America? They filmed it in Spain. So...
Because fuck the Americans. Kidding. Love the Americans. Love you all. Please don't leave. We're not racist to Americans. The 5 Doctors was written by Terrence Dicks, who had been the script editor for, dead now of course, who had been the script editor for the entirety of the 3rd Doctor's era and had written for the series since the 1960s. The episode aired after the conclusion of the 20th season to celebrate the 20th anniversary. Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee reprised their roles as the 2nd and 3rd Doctor. Richard Herndon appears, playing the 1st Doctor instead of William Hartnell, who had died since his last appearance in the show 10 years previously. And since Tom Baker decided not to appear in the special, footage from the unfinished serial Sharda was used to portray the 4th Doctor.
I knew it was Sharda.
I thought you might. Did you not know that going into it?
I did kind of know that because we're talking years and years, well, not years. I know exactly how long ago it was. It was 10 years ago. I think it was a couple of weeks before the 50th. You came and had a sleepover at my house, separate beds.
That's not how I remember it.
Yeah, that's not how I remember either. And then you...
No, I think we started in separate beds.
Yeah.
And then we woke up in the morning in one.
Yeah, morning glory. And I remember you brought the 5 Doctors over.
I did.
And you said, let's watch this. It's the 20th anniversary and with the 50th is coming up. So, you know,
makes
20,
sense.
30, 50.
Math.
I was like, yeah, okay. And I remember watching
Bro, why is your voice so deep when you're like 12?
It's puberty, man. It's a strange time.
Okay. I'm kind of
Hair
having.
starts growing where there wasn't hair before.
Moving on.
And I remember watching it and thinking it was like, oh, this is fucking boring. I think you fell asleep first, and I was like, well, I'm not going to stop and watch this.
Yeah.
Anyway, to answer your question of why I knew it was Sharda is because I remember the triangle coming down to get Tom Baker, and I was like, why isn't Tom Baker in it? You're like, he didn't want to do it, and I was like, why? And you're like, he just didn't want to do it. And I was like, oh. And I remember seeing him on the boat, and then in January of this year. By the way, depressed as hell because I got dumped like the week before. I remember watching it like probably like a beer in my hand, like breadcrumbs all over me. Like, I wish I could go back to 10 years ago when I was watching this. And that's how I knew it was Sharda.
Right.
And then And I recognise the ending as well when the scarf gets caught in the door.
The ending of this is so funny. When it just like appears like on the floor and he's like, "Hey, Romano,
I'm okay."
They were literally like, "What footage do we have of Tom?" Anyways,
he didn't want to. I don't know how much you know about this. Like, he didn't even want to come back and do like a scene.
he didn't want to come back, mate. He was done.
Wow, but he's in like he did. It's the photo of him with like when he's really tanned. He did do a promo shoot because he's like really tanned. Do you know that photo where it's all 5 of them?
Maybe.
And he looks like.
Maybe, unless you're thinking of Dimensions in Time.
Oh, is that the one with the children in need there in it?
Yes. That's the 30th anniversary special, but Doctor Who was no longer on air at the time of this.
He looks like super tanned in it. I don't know if you can find it.
That's this one here.
No, it wasn't that.
Not that one? Anyways, so let's get on with it, shall we?
Yeah. Just a quick question though. Do you know how long after this was it from his last season, Tom?
Yeah, so this came out between season 20 and 21. Tom's last season was season 18. So 2 seasons had come and gone since he'd left, and
It'd been a while, surely.
it had been 2 years, but he'd been making Doctor Who for 7 years. So
And this was John Pertwee's last episode before his passing.
he was also in Dimensions in Time.
That's not canon though, is it?
I don't know. I've never seen it. I don't know.
Because
I know
Trout comes back for 6 Doctors.
he does.
William Hartnell's already bid it.
Yep. Dead now, of course.
We know Peter Davison comes back. Mm-hmm. He just came back literally less than a year ago.
He's back every decade, mate. I love him.
He's in the Minnesota.
He's in the Minnesota. That's what I'm talking about. Bring him back again.
I think that's all my questions. Sorry, you can start talking now.
All right, so 5 Doctors. Yeah, I had seen parts of this before. Like, I've had the DVD forever, but like literally never sat down and watched it. And I was very excited. Got the season 20 Blu-ray. So first one I cracked open. Watched this like 2 weeks ago, which is the first time in a while that I've sort of jumped ahead with doing the watch for this podcast. But I was just very eager, very much an eager beaver. Chucked it in Blu-ray, and first thing I'll say, looks fan-fucking-tastic.
Nice.
Don't know if you could tell, but I reckon about 70% of it was shot on film. And
on Daily Motion, I could really tell.
Yeah, I bet you could in like 1p. But it looks fantastic on Blu-ray, this episode. Like, there's
jelly.
a few studio inserts that just look like your standard remastered studio stuff, but all the stuff in the forest, all the stuff, like, so many of the stuff looks amazing. You got your hand up. What do you want to say, Connor?
Did you kind of say put your hand down? No, I was going to say, is this just bullshit, or did they edit Clara in to the rear view mirror?
Yeah, that's where they edited Clara in.
Is she in it? Is she actually in it? I thought...
Oh, no, not in the 40th anniversary special. No.
This is the 20th.
No, but sorry, this is... So I watched the 40th anniversary edition of this.
I thought they added it for
No, they
didn't.
No.
Was that a bullshit tweet?
I think you got gypped by a bullshit tweet, mate.
I thought they actually added her for canon. That would have been... Would you have liked to have seen that?
No.
Because that's from the shot when Pertwee looks in the rear.
And there's also the shot, and they changed the location of it, but there's the shot of Troughton running.
Yeah, the
little hobble that he does.
Why does he
that's
run
that
like
one.
that?
I don't know, man.
It's kind of cute, but
Man's
it's like...
yeah, it's penguin with his ass on fire.
So, okay, that was a load of shit that they didn't add Jenna Coleman to the
40th anniversary.
Would you have liked to have seen that?
No. But what I will say is, like I said, the HD remaster, fantastic on this 40th anniversary edition, but also the little VFX, so it was one that had the VFX treatment done to it, and the VFX treatment was really good. The best thing they did was update the spinning triangles a little bit, and they actually look good, because what they try and do is they don't try and make it look like 2023 VFX. They try and make it look like the best effects available in 1983.
That's cool.
So
it would look out of place otherwise.
Exactly. So they're still trying to make it look like VFX of the time, but just not Doctor Who bad. You know? So that stuff looks really cool.
Those triangles are hilarious.
They are. They're so funny, aren't they?
So funny.
Let's get into it, Connor. You've been not feeling great about this Classic Who rewatch. 5 Doctors, 90-minute special. What did you think?
This is everything a special should be. Like,
wow!
It really is.
Yes.
It really is everything the celebration should be. I mean, all the obviously not the first. First is not William's fault, and then Tom didn't come back. But like,
Can't believe Will didn't show up. This guy.
Jeez. I think it's exciting. Like the Briggs there. Sergeant Benson makes a little cameo. Sarah Jane's in it.
Sarah Jane's in it.
Joe Fanker.
She's there slaying. Harry Sullivan's there.
Harry. Is that his name?
Isn't that his name?
No, I was going for
Harry Sullivan.
Harry. I was going to call him Prince Harry. He looks like Prince Harry.
Oh, the ginger guy.
Yeah, Prince Harry.
I can't remember his name. No,
Yeah.
I don't think Harry Sullivan is in it actually, but he's another Fourth Doctor companion.
Okay.
Jamie's
in it.
I was gonna say Jamie's in it. You've got Susan. You've
Sarah
got
Jane,
Liz Shaw, who was John Pertwee's first companion.
Yes.
She had which I've never seen, but like literally when she came on screen, I was like, I think that's Liz Shaw because I've never actually seen her before.
Yeah, it's so cool. The Daleks rock up, Cybermen.
Cybermen, Master, Time Lords.
Dude, it's got
Rassilon.
everything. Yeah, Rassie's there.
My boy Rasso.
Yeah, it's
Bessie.
like Bessie shows up. Yeah, it's like, you know, I just think that it's everything that a special should be. It's exciting. I hope the 60th is like this, and I don't see why. I'm an entitled fan. I don't see why it shouldn't be.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. Yeah.
I don't see why it shouldn't be. It's
Okay.
just fun.
Okay.
The ending's a bit fucking stupid, but either way, it's still really fun. Like, it's just a good, fun episode. I really liked it.
I felt like the first act, I fucking loved.
Yeah.
The whole setup of like from this Doctor and then
So
this
exciting.
Doctor. It's like second Doctor with Brig, third Doctor meets Liz Sladen.
What do you mean? They traveled together?
No, they did, but I just blah. All that setup was awesome.
K9.
Second act.
Mistress, don't go
Oh my
there.
god, K9 was there.
Mistress,
Oh.
I detect trouble outside the gates. And she's like, shut up, you stupid mark.
You are a tin dog.
Mistress,
I am not a tin dog.
we are in a car. I love to be wearing the dog side. It's
Yeah,
so
that's
cute.
funny.
So cute.
Anyways, second act was for me the worst part. I thought the second act got a little bit boring. It was just like boys walking through fields and Slabmen walking around doing their things.
No. We must do this. Tell the others.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Dude, Cybermen is so funny.
Classic Sidemen are funny. I wish they had a bit more of that camp in New Who Sidemen. Excellent.
They really got like scarier and eviler in the.
Excellent.
No. I love how it's like, I will go kill them. No.
Excellent.
Tell the others. I'm like, this is hilarious. Like, they're the kind of villain that got so much more scarier and darker in the new era.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
And the third act I enjoyed. I still think the first act was peak, but yeah, I really enjoyed the third act.
It's such a fun episode, man. And
Lots to love.
It's like a movie in a sense. I mean, I know
It
you
is.
said it might have aired in 4 parts.
No, it aired in 1, but I think on replays they showed it in 4 parts.
Maybe it did in other countries. Frankly, I don't want to know. Because I watched it in 1 part.
I watched it in 2. I was pretty much exactly at 45 minutes and I paused it.
Oh no, I'm not saying I watched it over like 4 days.
Right, okay, yeah.
But like it was all one consistent upload.
Well, you might as well have watched it in 4 parts.
Yeah. I can't watch it on one go, man. You're trying to kill me, for God's sake.
Yes.
I can't handle it.
Yes, you watch movies.
Sometimes.
What's the difference?
Sometimes. I watch movies, yeah, sometimes.
What's the difference between this and a 3-hour Scorsese film?
I think Curse of Flower Moon's 4 hours.
Is that his new one?
Yeah.
It's 3.5.
4.
3.5.
4.
3.5.
4. Grace said today, and Grace never lies.
You and your stupid Americans that you listen
I
to.
love Grace so much. She's so...
Martin Scorsese.
I always send her super chats and go, I hope you're getting some sleep, Grace. And she always goes, I am getting sleep. Thank you, 50%.
Killers of the Flower Moon. 3 hours and 26 minutes. Thank you very much. I'm always right, mate. You've not...
Grace!
This is like a common thread.
No!
Listen to me, Connor.
Grace!
I'm always right.
Come on, I love you,
Always.
girl.
I'm right.
What you doing, man?
The man is right.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The 50% misogynistic podcast.
Yeah.
That's what you do in the mirror. You're like,
Alpha.
I'm an alpha.
I am right.
I'm toxic masculinity in a nutshell.
Please get that in my veins. Okay, Connor. So, what is there to talk about here? We got. I don't know if you know. There's 5 doctors in it.
3.
Well, are you saying that Richard Herndale's performance was not good?
I really liked it.
He was cute.
How many times is motherfucking gonna get recasted though?
Yeah, I don't think they can recast him again. Surely not, because it was like one thing to recast him back then, and then recasting it. It's like definitely David Bradley is now like the new Who William Hartnell, as we all know. BBC has wiped William Hartnell from the archive.
He doesn't exist.
He doesn't exist. They celebrate the first Doctor. They post David Bradley. Excuse me, Bradley Walsh.
It's so funny though. Well, it's not funny, but like it's kind of sad if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you like
He's
Richard?
really good. Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
Oh no, didn't mean no.
Yeah, he literally did that at one point. It's like, oh no, didn't mean no.
Hey, you're a fake Doctor Who fan because I messaged you and I was like, bro, Susan's in this.
Right.
Like we were saying like on the Unearthly Child review, what idiots we were. We were like, she doesn't come back after
So naive back then.
Season 3 or season 2?
2.
Right. So, but I corrected your fake Doctor Who fan ass and I said, well, this is obviously from the first Doctor's timeline.
So in
it's
the
not
5 Doctors, she's back from within the first Doctor's timeline.
in the TL.
Is that what you're telling me? Do you have
what
this
I'm
fact checked?
No, don't need it.
No, don't need it. I agree though, but I don't know. I actually don't know.
I think that's true because you know, otherwise the Doctor would mention that, you know, he has seen her since that dreadful day when she left. We'll find out in the giggle when she's in it. She's literally listed on IMDb. So
She is the villain. She is the villain in the giggle.
the toy maker.
The toy maker is Susan. That's a plot twist.
Ooh.
What had to happen? I liked how it started.
Tears off a
with-
mask.
I like.
Neil Patrick Harris mask in its season.
Hello,
Someone's
Granddad.
former companion.
I was about to make that exact joke. Someone's former granddaughter. I can't believe it. I was about to make that exact fucking joke.
Hey, we're yin and yang, man.
We're good, mate. We're good. I did like how it started just to represent Hartnell. They had their little shot at the start where it was like, one day I shall come back. Yeah.
Yes, one day. Until then.
Yes.
No, yes, queen.
Yes.
One day.
Yes, I'll come back.
One day I'll get recasted. Yes, one day.
And then one time again.
And then after that.
Casted again. Oh, dearie me, no. Oh,
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's a really good fun special. I think it just like it has fun. The whole Rassilon plot. I feel like whenever it went for anything like that, it kind of just fell apart. At the end, it was just kind of like, who cares? It's just fun to see Sarah Jane, the Brig, and Tegan Joe Fanker.
Joe Franca.
That's how the Master says it in Power of the Doctor.
What did you think of the little chessboard that they have to cross?
Interesting.
It made 0 sense, right?
Yeah.
The dangers of it, because the Master says
Danger.
this chessboard, it resets itself after every time you cross it, and so he like does a little skip across, and then the Cybermen have to follow him across, and then they get electrocuted and die or something. Dead now, of course.
It's easy as pie.
Easy as pie.
Easy as pie.
And then the Doctor follows like Tegan across or something like that. I can't remember exactly how it plays
Doctor
out.
goes across and then goes, Tegan, come across now.
And so Tegan then jumps in what she says is the same pattern as the Doctor,
But it would've
which
changed.
should have changed and reset to kill her, but also her feet don't step on the same pieces because it's just Tegan, or it's just Janet Fielding just trying to hit the same ones as the Doctor did and failing. The whole chessboard sequence was a hot fucking mess. I love it. It was fun, but a hot mess.
Yeah, I think near the end it got a bit stale. Like, it was still fun. To see Tegan with the first Doctor was awesome.
Very cool. Very cool.
Did Troughton meet the Brig? I thought the Brig only came into it in season with...
Nah, Trout Dog meet the Brig. Met
Okay,
the Brig.
I've always thought that was a John Pertwee thing.
No.
They became best buddies with John Pertwee.
Yeah, Pertwee was like when he was in it like every episode.
Oh,
you
it's
know?
so cool to see him back.
Yeah, I love my boy Brig. We're gonna see him sometime soon in Sarah Jane Adventures.
Yes, that's true.
I was just reading actually in the writer's tale. Adjust glasses to be
Take a drink.
intelligent. Russell was just saying in it. He was like, talking about how they're they're scripting Children of Earth at the moment in it.
Ooh.
And so he's like organising that, and he's like, yeah, Freema's going to be in it. It's going to be great. And then he was like, oh, fuck, Chib, who, by the way, Chibnall was making Law and Order UK. He was the dog. He was the dog making Law.
Freema.
Yeah, and he was like, I want Freema. She was great. And Russell was like, yeah, fucking fair enough. That's great. But can we have it for a cameo? And so he posted the script with a Freema cameo in there, which was awesome.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Can you send me that?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
I'd love to read that.
But
Hello, Jack.
And
it's
then-
me, Martha Jones.
and then the schedule, pretty much that's it. And then the schedule got to a point where Freema couldn't do it. But what he was also saying was now he was like, now we can't even do the Freema episode in the Sarah Jane Adventures, which was meant to be the season 2 finale. So she was meant to cross over into Children of Earth and the Sarah Jane season 2 finale in the same year. And then because of Law and Order UK, she couldn't do either of them. And so that's when they then brought the Brig in for the season 2 finale.
Right.
So there you go. That's some
We'll get
50% the more you know stuff.
We'll get some Freema revenge when we see her in the unit spin-off.
Please.
She now works for the United Nations Intelligence Task Force. Actually, I think she always did from season 4 onwards.
I can't remember where she is, what she's doing.
Yeah, she is. She's
working for a unit in Children of Earth. In that part of the script, she was doing a unit thing. She basically says, Torchwood, fuck off. This isn't for you. This is a unit thing.
really.
Well, in kinder words than that, but yes.
Jack, all the children have stopped. Yes, Martha, I know. Oh, just letting you know. Anyway, stay out of it. Bye.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done. They should just recast you as
Martha.
her. Yeah.
Hello.
Fuck it. You might as well play the first Doctor whilst you're there.
Yeah, well, they're gonna. That's the thing. David Bradley, like, we love him, but he's getting a bit older.
Yeah.
and I worry about.
He's not looking 100% these days, is he? I love the man.
Could you imagine if they recasted Tom Baker for the Five Doctors? Just got like
2 years later.
who do I say who looks like a young Tom Baker? What's his name?
Richard Ayoade.
No, he's a singer. I can't remember.
Coldplay.
No, he sings Abena E on the and there you go and Jack Harlow.
Okay.
He looks like a young Tom Baker.
What did you think of Anthony Ainley as the Master, who you've seen before?
In the third Doctor story.
No. Oh my god.
I'm joking. He's
No,
a
you
survival.
weren't.
I was.
You weren't joking. You looked
On
at
my
me
mum's life.
with full seriousness in the eyes.
My mum's life.
The saga continues of Connor not knowing the Masters.
Last time I saw him, he was half cat. But a man's allowed to experiment. I'm quite proud of the Doctor a lot today.
Yeah, it's a fun episode.
Joe Thanker.
Frank.
He's so good.
Sorry.
Sasha is so good.
How good when so when he does the Tegan Jovanka bit. No, it's just before that. So Kate and stuff are bringing him into the unit HQ.
Your dad was
Yeah.
an idiot. Yeah.
That line literally puts me in stitches every time. He just turns around. Your dad was an idiot. And it's just like, great, thanks. Thanks, Master. What a dickhead.
It's a really fun scene.
Yeah.
You keep her in a doll's house.
Do you get that now? Well, you've not seen Logopolis yet, so you wouldn't know. Anyways, Anthony Ainley as the Master. What do you think?
Love him, man.
Yeah, you like him? He's so camp. I love him.
He's great.
Yeah.
I love the goatee.
You like his little laugh?
Doctor, I know you might not believe this, but this time I mean you no harm. Literally, like, fucking 10 minutes later, he's like, fuck it. I'm going to try and kill this fucking guy.
Kill this dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's good, yeah.
What about Peter Davison? Because this is our Peter Davison story. But
I liked him a lot more.
I feel
like it's not really like I feel like Matt was centralist in the 50th.
yes.
I don't feel like the same way here.
I felt like he was kind of sidelined in this one.
he
To be
was.
honest, he was just off doing some boring Time Lord stuff.
Yeah, he starts with like he's almost got like Time Lord indigestion because all his memories are getting like erased.
But
and then
how-
he just goes to try and find Rassilon.
Hangs out with the Time Lords for a hot minute in
Yeah,
their
like
little
playing
parliament.
fucking-
But how beautiful was the start? All once again shot on film, looked fantastic. But you had Davison with bloody Tegan. Turlo is the guy we were trying to say. Mark Strickson, the ginger man. That start was
Harry.
beautiful. Prince Harry, and they had the like planet in the sky. That looked great.
I once had to get a gobby Australian to Heathrow Airport.
Very nice.
Reference to Tegan Joe Fanker.
What do you think of Tegan? Because you've seen her.
Joe Fanker.
You've seen Tegan
Love
Joe Fanker in Earthshock. But what do you think of her in this one? 'Cause she's actually got a pretty big presence in this episode.
Yeah, she's really cool, man. It feels like an actor taken straight off like Neighbours or something like that. Like it's not the person you see on like Neighbours, like the classic gobby Australian.
Yeah.
No, it's really cool. It's great. Can't wait to interview her when she comes to Perth.
Love it. Love it. When that happens, let's make it happen, Jeanette.
Tea with Jeanette.
You can bunk in the studio. You'll be fine. I'll put a mat out on the
You'll
floor.
be doing that soon, hey? You'll be bunking down here.
I am going to be sleeping in the studio. Maybe I should do like a 48-hour, well, a 2-week live stream whilst I sleep in here for 2 weeks.
I messaged you last week saying, do you want to do a 24-hour live stream? You just put lol.
Well, I just thought, Connor, we can't even fill up a 60-minute episode at the moment. What are we going to talk about for 24 hours?
We can. I can.
We also need to have the Roadcaster.
And it's
For
coming.
that.
It's coming. It's coming soon.
If Connor will stop buying Coldplay t-shirts, then perhaps we may have
That's
the
my
Roadcaster.
birthday, and my parents got it for me.
Perhaps we may have the Roadcaster.
Little update on that, by the way. I am going to both nights, and Aiden couldn't even go one time. So
Well, all I'm saying is Connor said, I will give my ticket to someone, my ticket for the extra night, if someone really needs it. And I
I
said,
meant someone who went through like a hard time this year.
and I said, you don't know how my year's been.
I do. I do know how yours been.
How's it been?
I think you've done a lot of good stuff. I think you've had a good year, and I guess it's not for me to say.
He knows nothing about me.
Okay, well maybe
He doesn't even listen to me.
You wouldn't go by yourself.
I would. I go to the movies by myself.
You go Coldplay by yourself? Probably not.
I'm not going to take your ticket, put it that way. But I
meant when I said that, I meant like maybe someone's like, I don't know, like dad's died or something.
my dad's not dead.
So
Now, of course.
luckily enough, he is still alive.
Oh, my dad's not dead.
Don't worry, no one message me on here and say, can I have it? Because the answer's no. I fucking
imagine?
hate you guys.
Could I have a Coldplay ticket,
Nah,
Connor?
I love you all, but
I like your podcast.
Yeah, y'all freak me out a bit sometimes.
I'll subscribe to your Ko-fi if I can have your Coldplay ticket, please.
I'm like, just pay me through Ko-fi. Hey, darling, just send me 190 big ones on Ko-fi, and I'll send you the ticket right away.
What do you think? At the very end, we had Rassilon's head, and he's all like, it looks like a bit of a dickhead.
Rassilon can stop my cock and balls. He's a fucking annoying character.
I prefer Timothy Dalton as
me too.
Rassilon, my boy.
I like the guy who plays him in the Moffat era.
The Game of Thrones guy for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
It was a bit longer than 10 minutes.
It's actually not.
in Hellbent.
He's not in the 50th.
No, sir! All 13!
That's not Rassilon, bro.
Yeah, it is.
No, Rassilon is the guy from Game of Thrones.
No!
You're thinking of the bold, the general, I think his name is.
Idiot.
The general.
Yeah, the Rassilon bloke who just he just flies off in a spaceship.
Gets kicked off, mate. Gone. Dead now,
Get
of course.
off my planet. Is he died?
Nah, he's alive, actually, because he's
actor
on a
or
different...
Rassilon?
Rassilon. That's something that I think is... Yes, Gallifrey is destroyed, and this is my Aidan Greenford show run up kind of pitch here, is I love the idea of Time Lords trying to restore their glory. The off-world Time Lords, right? People that were off-world when the Master destroyed Gallifrey in the Chibnall era. Trying to restore Gallifrey to what it once was. Before all the flip-flopping of the Time War, they want to bring it back to the prestigious empire that it was in Classic Who.
Boring.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
Well, I will say this about the Five Doctors.
Go on.
It was a lot more entertaining than last week. So
Good.
I actually did enjoy watching it. But I am very excited for it to be over because it's really doing my head in.
Did you like the Time Lord getting his head stuck in the coffin, in Rassilon's coffin at the end?
Yeah, that was really trippy, man.
And his eyes are looking around like...
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's kind of creepy.
It is creepy. And the score's like... "Doodle-oo, doodle-oo, doodle-oo, doodle-oo." I'm like, ooh.
Spicy. That's a spicy meatball.
If someone was smoking medicinal marijuana while watching that, I think they'd freak out.
Are you trying to tell me you freaked out?
Nah, I don't have... I was with my barber today and he's like, yeah, man, it's so easy to get a card these days. And I was like, yeah, I suppose it is.
A what?
A card.
A card?
Yeah, you get like I don't want to call it a green card because that's like a visa. like
Oh,
a card
like
to
a-
get like medicinal marijuana.
Right.
I don't know why we were talking about weed, but we just were.
You brought this up.
I also voted early today.
I voted early today as well.
They said, "Do you have a reason?" I said, "Yeah," and they didn't ask. So I was like,
Same.
I was gonna say I'm going to Bali tomorrow.
I was about to say I have a wedding down south on the weekend. That was my excuse. But hey, we did just out ourselves on public. We voted early in the national referendum.
I don't give a fuck.
But yeah, hope that
I
goes
always
well
vote
for
early.
everyone. I'm glad I did because I don't usually, but I actually am working all day Saturday.
2 people outside were like arguing.
Having a scrap.
But they weren't like separate sides. That's the funny thing. They were actually both on the same opinion.
Did you
They're
go,
arguing.
without saying where it is, did you go to the one next to a pub across the road from a shopping centre?
yeah.
Very cool. Very
Near
cool.
the cash converters.
Yeah, that's where I was
Near
today.
the library.
That's where I was
We
today.
ran into each other like,
Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Some guys are gonna like map out and be like, okay, so there's a cash converters, there's a library, and that's a shopping centre, that's
there's
a pub, and they'll cross.
It's like a triangle.
And where all the lines cross, they'll go, that's where the studio
It's
is.
like, we'll get triangles coming after us. Just a freeze frame.
On that note, Connor, give us a score out of 10 for
I'd
the
give it
5
a
doctors.
7.5.
7.5? Okay,
Yeah.
respectable.
I'm a respectable man.
I'm gonna give it I'll give it a 7.5 as well. Which means a fist bump for the boys.
So we'll be back on Monday, the 16th.
So yes, we're recording early for next week, but that'll still come out on Monday like usual. But as always, we are currently having our watch along episodes come out every single Thursday. Woo! Blink watch along coming out this week, so make sure you sit tight. That's a good one, banging.
I'm keen for Monday because I'm not working Tuesday. So
So you're gonna get pissed on Monday night, so you tell me.
a few beers.
A few beers, get a bit crazy.
I wake up 25 and then
Oh, of course, the big BD,
yeah,
the big dick.
quarter yeah,
Yeah, the big.
quarter life crisis, man.
Oh, so the moment you hit 25, like at
Kinda.
12:01, you're gonna be like,
That is fucking up. That means statistically, I probably only have like another 50 years left.
yeah, man,
That is not a lot when you think about it.
nice knowing you, bud.
That'd be you in December, bro.
Shit.
Yours is coming up.
Oh, mama.
Damn,
There's a big storm coming. All right. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Fruity Doctor. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already.
Speaking of watch
Follow us
alongs,
on-
I think we're going to do Doctor's Wife now, aren't we?
We're about to record our watch along for The Doctor's Wife, which will come out
in
in a few weeks for you guys. So
Alright.
let's sing out in song, Connor.
Thanks for all the love, everybody.
Much love and kisses.
Do 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 Connor's podcast it's doing Doctor Who reviews Doctor Who reviews Cut it.
What do you think about beatboxing?
That was really good actually, considering we just improvised that.
Really, I'm struggling to breathe now after that. That was a whole thing. That was a thing.
I struggle to breathe daily.
Well, that's because Earth's atmosphere is slowly dying.
Is it? That's sad.
Oh, everything's wrong these days, so I'm guessing that.
I read
but
some conspiracy theories at the pub yesterday, like you got a boat because the world's going to end soon, and I was like, oh, this is horrible.
You got a what? Because
We got a boat because
Right.
the world's going to end soon.
it's all going to flood.
We're all going to become zombies from a certain vaccine. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, bro, like you need to like. Anyway, such is life, I guess.
Yeah,
I'd rather die than live on the boat the rest of my life. I'm gonna be completely real with you.
Depends.
I get seasick for one.
do they have Doctor Who on the boat?
You can probably bring a few DVDs.
That'd be fine.
Just watch the 5 Doctors on.
I've just I will spell the St. John over and over and over and over again.
No.
All right, see you on Thursday, folks.
Bye.